Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Russia. No, I'm just kidding. We're playing as Russia here today, boys. That's right. Russia's back on the table, and not only that, but this is, I have to say, probably my favorite game so far. Out of all the 135 runs, Russia's really been surprisingly, insanely fun to play as. I mean, we've basically navigated most of their mission tree here, but guess what, boys? We have more missions to unlock after we finish the Great Imperial Ambition. The thing that's holding us back is the fate of the peasantry, so we gotta wait for that to trigger. We've basically snowballed through the rest of the missions because, you know, we're just that good. And we've also unified all Slavs under one banner, the East Slavic, I guess just Slavic banner, really, all of them. And because we are an empire, all of these cultures are as our primary culture. That means we got all the other promoted culture slots to use for something else. Not only that, but we have the Prussians as our vassality. And yeah, we've got a few problems in Europe. Most of Europe is actually occupied by Austria temporarily. We're gonna liberate them, of course, with the help of our famous French Schnappledupers, who also have, as a junior partner, Castile, and they're actually integrating them. Oh, wow. There's a little bit of an issue here, 70 Liber Desire issue, but yeah, still pretty cool to see. I've also just finished my truce with the Ottomans, so I'm going to be attacking them. Before we do that, take note, you'll find a link to the other parts of this campaign in the description below if you haven't already figured it out. This is the third or fourth part, and we will be literally showing that as Russia, not only are we a big, beautiful name on the map, but I'm going to be making this nation insanely powerful without too much expansion. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be expansion, but not as much as you would imagine. I'm mostly just trying to have a most efficient run, let's call it, because I don't want to say playing tall, because then I'm going to trigger some people, let's say. That being said, we have to do something first. Khmer, influence nation, and that means we got the next mission done. The Eastern Great Power, permanent 25 power projection by influencing 3 nations that have above 200 development. So that's it's a pretty cool modifier alongside the other insane modifiers that we have. Also, guys, I want to do a final part for Russia where we play all the way up to 1821 and we basically world conquest the entire planet as the Russians. I'll do that probably by the end of 1600s. Don't think it's going to take me longer than once we reach absolutism. It's going to be really fast, but only if we get 9,000 likes in the first days after this is out, because I kept asking 5,000 likes and everybody actually gave me the like goals. So I'm gonna make it a little bit harder now. Let's see if you guys really want to see that Russian world conquest. And as always, guys, if you enjoy the content, consider subscribing. I'm trying to reach 200,000 subs by the end of August, and it's fast approaching. I'm honestly thinking it's probably gonna be a failed goal, but hey, a man's gotta try, right? Now, economically speaking, guys, we're doing super a-okay. We could be doing a lot better, though. I have to be honest about that. So we gotta involve ourselves a little bit in building up our buildings, deving our lands, and so on. We're gonna do that. First, I want to consolidate the Balkans and just honestly get rid of the Ottomans really from this area. We also can get one more alliance. Let's see who we could potentially ally. I think I want to get someone that I will eventually be making my Diplo vassal, or someone that would actually be useful in wars to come. Or I'm just gonna meme it and I'm gonna ally the Japanese because I'm a massive Japanese-aboo, and hopefully this way my Japanese immigration officer is gonna give me a longer residence next time I apply. Thank you very much. I love you, Japanese immigration officer. Please don't kick me out of the country. All right, let's also attack the Oirats here, and they're allied to Wu. I'm not going to pretend I know which one is Wu, but if I click on them, I'll find out, I guess. That would be... Yep, still don't know. Oh, it's these guys. Oh, the small one. Oh, wow, okay. Right, well, I'm going to attack the Oirats. I want to finish up what's left in this area. Let's go. Quickiest wars against these boyos. I'm going to set up these Chad Lord Generals here so we can get the sieges fast as well. And let's get ready for the war against the Ottomans in 1 month. And would you look at that, Mamluks would like to join in this war. And let's also invade from the northern bits. Buyasnokos. Let's go ski. I need to stop using the ski. Albeit, in this particular run, it's appropriate because we're playing as the Russians, right? We seem to have a little lost Ottoman army here, boys. What shall we do with them, you ask? Well, of course, I'm gonna be kindly asking them to get the schnapps out of my lands. We're all about kindness in this area, boys. Also, I like to see how Oirats fleets is at war with me, but they're mostly focusing on sieging down Liang rather than actually defending against me. So yeah, I mean, massive brain AI, right? Speaking of massive brain, just realized I forgot to actually use my diplomats. Go ahead and use them up. One thing I'm slowly starting to realize is that I still don't have a freaking fleet, and I really should, because that trade power is basically just wasted trade power, man. I need to actually have a proper freaking fleet. So let's build it already, boys. Come on. Look at all the coastline we got here. And yes, I am aware I can just set up a template and just build more at the same time. But I like clickiest maximus. I enjoy clicking every button, all right? Also, boys, check it out. We got 99.8 army tradition. We only have 1.36 yearly decay, which is insanely low considering we basically have 100 army tradition. This means we're getting a ton of extra morale of army, siege ability, and everything else that comes alongside it. And we can boost this up even more as we go along in the campaign, making the historically quantity-focused Russian army into a very much so quality-focused Russian army. Wait, what? I didn't even realize I'm at war with Tunis. Okay, well, luckily for me, though, my beloved Mamluk ally did realize, and they've actually done a lot of work here. Now, the question is, do I give this to the Mamluks, or do I keep it for myself? Hey, we just got Sugla, guys! Sugla, what, you ask? Well, Sugla, these balls. How about for Otto Broskis? Are they willing to give me what I want? Which is, no, I'm gonna go for 100%, so I'm not gonna quit just yet. I'm gonna fully push them up till they can absolutely not take any more, and then I'm gonna push a little bit more, because we want to basically kick out the Ottomans from both Europe and the Mamluk lands, because, remember, I'm allied to the Mamluks, boys. And as you guys know, I am in fact a really good ally to the AI. I've just always helped them out so much, you know. I mean, if the AI could talk, boy, what great words they would say about me, really. I could take more land here, but that would be pretty ugly border gore. I want a perfect neat line, so I'm gonna keep it like this. There you go. Only 235 to core this up, because remember, guys, we have a ton of reduction modifiers. Look at this. Coring cost is modified by 38% and another 50% because these are territorial cores, which is why this is insanely cheap. 48% for these regions here, for that matter, because we have a claim here. If we had a permanent claim, it would be 25% for the permanent claim, not 10%. And let's see how strong the Ottomans are against us. Now, they got oh my god, they got 2.2 less morale than me. What? That's such a huge freaking... Hold on, I want to see this. No, oh, come on. Okay, I want to see why the big morale difference. Well, I can just check from the ledger. Okay, war enemies, and they got army tradition, prestige, and tech. That's it. For me, I got tech, but I also got broaden the circulon of the cadet corps, defender of the faith, Kirill Fernor, power projection, army tradition, prestige, bane of the hordes, which is a permanent modifier, right? So yeah, I guess you could say I'm insanely powerful, boys. All right, cool. So they're caving. Coalition, Austria, Commonwealth. This is the Commonwealth. These 4 different separate areas, they're what's left of the Commonwealth. Fair enough. I mean, oh, I forgot to wait until Oirat cored up. Oh, this is not Gucci. Oh, this is really not Gucci. Well, boys, to me like we gotta chill for a while now. Take a big fat Chilean pill and kill all the rebels. And of course, once more, I forgot to take the province of Astara to connect my lands in the Caspian Sea. Bro, are you kidding me? That's literally the reason I attacked the Ottomans in the first place. I'm really massively slow schmoll brain today, aren't I? Now, I know I said I'm gonna chill, but seriously, I will chill right after this quick war with Jiangsu. It's just a quick little war. It's gonna take a second, that's it. Whilst we are doing this Jiangsu war, we can also explore the North Atlantic. Maybe we can get some colonies in the New World later down the line. Not gonna lie, I did not expect as many rebels as I just got. Basically, half of my country's freaking up in arms because of that little bit of overextension I got. Oh my god, come on, even more rebels again? Can you just like stop please with the rebellions, guys? Well, would you look at this shiny new icon in EU4? Well, what do you know? It is the new government interactions that the Russians have once you've completed the Russian Empire path, and you're basically, this is honestly one of the strongest government reforms in the game. So now we got 3 things we can do here. We can do the absolute rule, which lowers autonomy, but if we leave it around, this will have the effect of -10 dev cost and -10 core creation cost in the long run. Same for this one. If we get 100, we get Diplo Rep and Improved Relations. For this one, Yearly Army Tradition and Harsh Treatment Cost. And whenever we do click it, it gives Manpower. This one on the other side gives Tax, Idea Cost, and lowers the influence for the estates. So we don't necessarily need the autonomy in provinces to be lowered just yet. We're not going to use it. We want to get it up to 100 first. Just wanted to show you guys the shiny new icon that we got here. I'm also going to, oh, what is this? Riches of China. Get a claim on East Gansu, sure. I was going to say that I'm going to be building a new fortification in Brest, since this is a marshland, so you get dice roll for attacker -1. Fighting this on our terms is absolutely vital. Plus, it protects a huge swathe of our eastern borders, or better yet, sorry, western borders against the vile Austrians. We're also missing a proper flagship, so we're going to go for a light ship with trade power per ship and fleet movement speed, and privateer efficiency for those joyful adventures in the Caribbean that we will likely have in the nearby future. And oh, look at that! There's Ottoman Janissaries around the Ottoman Empire. Looks to me like they're having issues with their little cucks. Yeah, I said it. I said it. You got a problem with that? And let's also attack these boys. We want to get rid of all that's Commonwealth, so we have nice and pretty borders. We're going to go full on like this. Get ourselves Memel 2 and all these provinces. I guess they will be left with 3 provinces. Meh, feels bad. I'm going to be measuring my steel against the entirety of the enemy army. 37 against 37. Look at the morale difference. They do have a little bit of extra discipline compared to me, though. I mean, I still inflicted more damage on them, though, so... Boo-hoo, little German. Oh, seems like Saxony is ready to embrace the real faith that pretty much half of the HRE has embraced already. Orthodoxy for everybody, simply because they want it, of course. That's why Stettin is gonna get it too in a few moments. Oh, wow, look at that. Japan's actually going full-on colonial, boys. They almost finished colonizing Nauru, and they've got quite a little bit of momentum, too. 81 aggressive expansion, and not a single person's batting an eye here at the exact unification of the Slavic people, as I like to call it. Now that we got the province of Trakai after we cored, we're gonna make sure we get this castle to maximum, since it gives 20% reform progress growth, as well as prestige, splendor, and advisors. But that province growth is absolutely huge. And of course, we shall continue with building as many fur manufactories as we can. Oh, this is great, guys. This province already has a castle, so I don't need to build any fortification after I've conquered all of these natives over here in the Kamchatkan lands. Okay, seriously, this is pissing me off. How do you forget where you placed an icon, bro? This is not just like any random icon. This is the holy icon. Come on, guys. Keep it focused. Pretty funny also how the Oirats have 0 of their starting provinces, and they exist by having migrated into the actual Ming lands. Oh, you scumbags, Japan. No! Don't you take Kamchatka from me. That's gonna really piss me off, man. Bro, no, don't do it. You did it. You did it, Japan. Oh man, I'm gonna have to cancel that alliance now. It's all fun and games till you take Kamchatka from me, Japan. Oh no, Konstantin. Oh, why did you look out the window? You slipped on a Bara slope, ya scumbag. Ya should have been more careful, my boy. I guess that's why you got a 114. You're not very bright, are you, Konstantin? Hopefully now we're getting something better, boys. By the way, that totally was an accident, in case you're wondering. Also, oh my god, look at the amount of money we're getting from just building workshops in fur provinces. Oh no, another heir just fell out the window. He wanted to be just like his little brother. Oh, I guess older brother. Finally, a worthy heir that is not gonna look out the window for too long and is gonna stick around with us. So we've had a good 20 years of basically just sitting around, building buildings in our country, developing our provinces, and creating a really strong economy, because in just 2 months we're gonna get global trade spawn. Our biggest competitor is the Sevilla trade node with 87.4, but we have actually sent some ships over here to divert trade forward to Valencia. As such, the trade value in Sevilla goes down, and the trade value in Novgorod becomes the highest in the world. We're still leaking a huge amount of income downstream, so we're gonna have one war afterwards to destroy all of these nations here and to prevent them from transferring that trade downstream. I'm essentially having a war with the Austrians, not only because of conquering, but it is basically a trade war. Let's call it what it is, really. Let's go ahead and set the Semlin as the war target. We can call in the French, don't necessarily need them, but I guess we can do it so that maybe we can give the French some stuff as well from the provinces they lost to the Austrians a while back, and maybe we can also keep their Castilian PU a little bit more in check. They have 53 liberty desire, so they're close to being properly loyal once more. Take note, despite having 5,000 development, we only have 1,800 governing capacity out of 1,700, so we're actually doing fairly okay on that particular part. We still need to improve a little bit upon it, but it could be a lot worse, let's face it. Now, we will be trying to build a lot more courthouses and the town halls after we get Admin Tech 22, so that we can lower the overall governing capacity as much as we can in our provinces, but it is an ongoing process. It will take a while. Now, let's see who we'd war with. Basically, most of Central Europe, and for some reason, Aragon, or what's left of Aragon. I guess you could say that Aragon is, Aragon! I'll stop now. I can also have a secondary war here to basically clean up area whilst I'm at it, right? I still have the alliance with the Japanese. Wait, Chu, where's Chu? Oh, Chu is the big boys. Yeah, I'm not gonna co-belligerate these guys in that case. And there you go. Just do this quickly. Let's Gucci, boys. Let's Gucci quickly. And as I was saying, boys, we just got global trade spawned in our provinces over here. As such, whenever you get an institution spawned in your country, you get 100 of each mana points, prestige, governing reform progress, as well as until the end of the game, local trade power plus 10% in the Novgorod node, or better yet, in the province where the institution spawned. You can see here, plus 10% global trade hub. We also have Center of Modernization in St. Petersburg, which is giving a lot of institution spread and governing and development cost reduction modifier for that matter. And I forgot to upgrade this bad boy here. I need to get this up to maximum. I thought it was already at maximum. I guess I just didn't really pay attention to it. Oh, who am I fighting over here? I'm fighting Volgast's armies? Bruh. Volgast actually still has armies? Alright, let's check out what's going on here. Volgast is Orthodox. They are not. They're Protestant scumbags. Oh no, Volgast. I'm sorry, but according to the legislation of the HRE, you all have to convert to Orthodoxy. Everybody knows this. This is common knowledge, bro. Just read the rules, okay? Come on. Let's also destroy Magdeburg's armies whilst we're at it for that matter. And we got cores. Oh, Dzungar got cores on North and South Dzungar. Never mind. That is a triggered event within EU4. I know not many people know of it because not many people play all the way until the 1600s, but hey, it is what it is, right? We're also going to get the Age of Absolutism or Absolutism in 118 months. So we have to get ready for that as well, because once Absolutism triggers, we're going to be doing our massive expansions around the globe. Probably a good idea to also rush some of these fortifications. So I'm going to be barraging over in Magdeburg, since it is a pretty sizable fort. I want to take this the sooner the better. Magdeburg is an Orthodox nation, so I'm not going to be too harsh with them because they are following Zetrufet. Oh man, Mongolia is forcing me to peace them out now. Alright, let's go for the Fullius annexation. I already managed to get the Jiangzuians out, and I cancelled all of their alliances, so hopefully with a little bit of luck, someone else around them is going to be attacking them. I was wondering how come I'm losing war score when I basically have most of their fortification. Well, look at this. Of course, my beloved French vassal is doing, ally is doing Schnappeldupe, and they got themselves completely occupied by the Austrians. Well, thanks a lot, France. You're just an absolutely amazing ally. What can I say? I have to say, it's been pretty much back and forth with the Austrians here. I had to pull back some of my units from Asia because they're crazy, man. They went through 300,000 manpower and then started recruiting mercenaries. They really don't want to give up in this war. That being said, we are winning pretty much every single engagement because we are outnumbering the schnapps out of them. So I'm going to go ahead and instead of focusing on winning the battles, I'm going to just carpet siege the schnapps out of everything here. And this way, it's going to be a lot easier for me to deal with these bad boys afterwards. There you go. We got troopers going on every side of their provinces here. Now with their provinces occupied, it's going to be a lot harder for them to build up the economy to actually hire any more mercenaries. So this war war is on its last legs, as they would say. Also, I know some people are scared to ask this question, but isn't Austria supposed to help the HRE nations? Why did they all of a sudden gobble up Augsburg, Ingolstadt, all of these provinces here? I mean, I feel like Austria is not the best of emperor, are they, boys? Oh, we have the rise of the burger class. Okay, hello there. Well, that does not seem like something I'm gonna have fun with, does it, boys? Whatever the case, it is time to make peace with the Austrians. I am not gonna linger around. It's been a drain on my manpower. We're down 62,000 on the negative, and we have the war score we need to enforce what we want to enforce, which looks a little bit like this here. Maybe even Sirmian too. There you go, we can take Sirmian. We can take some money as well. What? 1,700 Dukatenstein, and that is more than okay with me. Coalition, some of the nations in the HRE are not cool with that, but hey, it cost us 800,000 Russian lives, which in Russian numbers is close to not really any sort of losses, really, if you think about it from a historical point of view. Now let's get our troops back, because it is time to go to war with the Ottobroskos for the I don't know how manyth time. A lot of times already it's been. Whilst I was busy in the west, however, it does seem like Chu is trying to consolidate their grasp over the Chinese lands, and Jaunpur is trying to consolidate their grasp over Tibet and most of northern India. So I'm gonna have some conflicts with these bad boys here. For that matter, I'm gonna have some conflicts with Cradle. I need to start advancing into Asia more. So after a few years of recovering my manpower, I'm gonna start a few wars to consolidate what's left in these parts. And since we don't necessarily need anything to just destroy what's left of the Commonwealth, we're gonna do that whilst we wait for everything else to happen. Oh, that is really funny, Austria. How about you go F yourself, okay, broski? How about you go do that? And of course, Mamelukes are the one to colonize Australia, as it happened in history. Everybody knows Victoria, it comes from the ancient Mamelukians that were also for some reason called Victorians. That makes sense, just don't think about it too much. Also, Portugal seems to be fighting a little bit for Australia, and I have one little colony as well that I honestly forgot about, but I guess I might use it to conquer these lands after they colonize it for me. By far the best part about taking over the Commonwealth is that we can cancel some of these cores here that they have. Not all of them, of course. They still have a ton of cores all around the country, but at least I canceled close to half of them, right? So that's something, right? Plus, no more annoying Protestants at my border, at least one less in any case. We also have a ton of extra Diplo points lying around, so I'm going to be converting some of the cultures that I don't necessarily want to waste my Diplo points accepting to my primary culture, especially the ones that are really cheap to convert, like these guys in Nogai, the Cossacks, the Mongols, and so on. This can also be used as Diplo banking, because if I want to get these points back later down the line, I can just cancel before this finishes culture conversion, and I get the full amount of Diplo points back. Finally, we got the Age of Absolutism. This means that we have brand new age objectives, most of which we already fulfilled, and we also have unique new age abilities that we're going to be getting as soon as we possibly can. Should be fairly fast. Trakai Castle, once it's upgraded, is going to give us even more splendor. It is on the way. Where is Trakai? Over here. Let's actually spend money to push this a little bit faster here. We do have a maximum of 24 absolutism. We got to increase this. The easiest way to do it right now would be to just cancel a lot of our privileges. So we're going to sell a little bit of our titles here. It is a little bit painful, of course, to get rid of the crownlands, but it's worth it, because we can change. For example, we can get rid of financial demand for now, or for that matter, we can get rid of a rise of the burghers, which in my opinion is a little bit of a debuff, boyos, if you know what I'm saying. And after we can get rid of a burgher, financial demand, few of the Cossack ones also would have to go. I am going to keep the plus 100 governing capacity and the plus 1 mana for all of the estates, even though it's going to lower my max absolutism. I'm going to get max absolutism increase via other ways, such as the court and country disaster. I'm also going to use harsh treatment to increase my absolutism, because every time you use harsh treatment, you get roughly 1 absolutism. So we got 2 from using that on some of the separatists there. Once the Commonwealth and Mongol ones go up, we're going to use it again. There you go. Stabbing up also gives absolutism, as well as a lot of other interactions. If you hover over here, I think it tells you There you go. It tells you here. Harsh treatment, increased stability, decrease autonomy as well. Strengthen government over here. See if we can decrease autonomy anywhere for now. Probably not that much. So we're going to have to make full cores out of some provinces to do that then. So let's say we make full cores out of the Slovakian bits here. Should be able to decrease the autonomy afterwards. Oh, and there you have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Let's see how much absolutism we got now. 8, so almost up to 29. We can do that a few more times around these provinces we just conquered, and then after we can declare the war on the Otto bros. Oh, come on. Really, Russian peasants? You become middle-class people? This is not even accurate in today's Russia. How about in medieval Russia? This is fantasy right here. Complete and utter fantasy, alright? What is this privilege? The new middle class. Not realistic, okay? I'm saying it now. Not realistic. But then again, I like the tech cost reduction, idea cost reduction. Yeah, okay, you know what? I like it. I'm not gonna complain about it. Just a classic EU4 moment after you build your universities. We've dev'd this province up 5 times already, and it's still only 11 mana points to dev up again. This is quite literally why I love playing mid to late EU4. The strength that your own provinces gain after you dev up like crazy is just redonkulous. Alright, let's go. Round 2, Electric Boogaloo over here against the Momoloks. Sorry, I mean the Ottomans. Not sure how I confused them with the Mamelukes, but moving on, okay? This time, so I don't forget, I'm gonna make sure that I click this before I even start the engagements, because I need to take the province here to connect my freaking provinces. I'm at war with Transoxiana. Oh, dude, I forgot to co-belligerate them. I was gonna attack them after I forgot they're allied to the Ottomans. Okay, alright, let's bring our units there. Time to get to business. Whitest pieces again against these. They're so lucky I keep forgetting about them. See, the fact that I'm semi-AFK whilst playing this and watching Netflix, but that's aside from the point, has actually saved Transoxiana multiple times, man. Oh, wow. Compared to the Austrian War, the Ottoman War is honestly turning into a piece of keg tape, man. It's redonkulously easy. Oh, Sugla just fell again, guys. Now, just to avoid this kind of situation in the future, I'm gonna do something I should have done a while back. I'm gonna cancel the alliance that they have with the Ottomans and Jaunpur. I don't know why I didn't last time. I honestly probably just forgot about it. Now I don't need to worry about that anymore. And I'm going to position some of these boys here since I will attack the Persians after this war also with the Quickius Maximus War. Now all of the Ottoman lands have been occupied, including all of their forts, but they're getting the war score from occupying my little friend over here, the Mamelukius. So I got to take back the provinces from Mamelukes before I piece anybody out. Yeah, I mean by contrast, I got 7 morale, they got 4.3. The Austrians were significantly better than the Ottoman troops are. It is what it is. In the 1600s, the Ottomans lose their pizzazz considerably compared to the early part of the campaign. Guess we can also start positioning our units so we can attack the Danes after this war. I could be a nice guy and I could give some stuff back to the Mamelukes, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm good. I'm Gucci broski. I feel like the Mamelukes can take the stuff back by themselves, and if they cannot, well then that's their problem, not my problem. Okay, hold up a second. I forgot about this mission here. So we gotta charter a company from the Indians that produces silk or spices. Okay, let's see what about these guys. How much would they ask me if I was to ask for one of their silk or spice provinces? Let's say for example Vinod. That would be a little bit out of my budget here. 5,000-6,000. Nah, I don't think I will. Anything else a little bit cheaper? Don't really have anything cheap, do you? How about Gujarat? Gujarat might be my friendo. No, they have no coastal wait, what? Oh, this is not Gujarat. This is Mewar. Alright, what about Midnapur from Orissa? Midnapur is going for... Actually, Midnapur's cheaper. 3,600. And Bengal is selling their stuff for 4,000. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the cheaper option in Orissa. Thank you very much. Alright, let's go. Midnapur. 3,600. Boom shakalokos. We did our mission. And I got my foothold in India, which means that I'm going to be using this to conquer the schnapps out of India. The cool part about chartering companies is that you get a core on that province after you bought it. So even though it might seem like a lot of money, this saves up a ton of time, and it allows for afterwards, like I said, expansion in the Indian subcontinent. So worth it paying up to even 10,000 ducats to get your hands on these lands. Not to mention, you can also do this after 1 extra merchant, global trade power until the end of the game, so totally worth it, boys. In fact, I should have done this a little bit earlier in my opinion. Oh, I just adore the fact that I'm getting 1 flat ducat from just building these manufactories around. That is just way too much money, man. Did I just click both of those but not the freaking cloth that I wanted to click? Oh my god. One thing I know people don't really enjoy doing is disinheriting, or better yet, abdicating themselves for a better year. In my case, Pyotr over here is way better than the current leader, so I'm gonna of course murder the current leader and let Pyotr come to power. Guess you could say it's a successful change of rulership. I don't know what I was going for with that. I'll stop now. Some of you know what I was going for, don't you? I like how despite the fact that they got so much trade coming in from the New World, my Novgorod trade node is still way above the European nodes by a good 20 to 30 value. I also have to say that the unique Russian vodka of the crown reform is super freaking strong. 125% local production efficiency for grain provinces, as well as global goods produced modifier plus 10%, is well worth the 5+ idea cost. I mean, if you really want to get all the ideas, you could just bank Diplo points or whatever and then just cancel this reform for 50 points and take it back afterwards, and you would honestly benefit so much more. I mean, I'm making absolute huge amounts of money from grain provinces out of all provinces with this particular reform. With basically 500,000 units in the field, we're still making 500 almost ducats as profit in the early 1600s. I know it could be better, but let's face it, I'm pretty much casually playing this. I'm not tryharding or anything. Just want to point out that, you know, as the Russians, you can have a super strong economy, not just a really great and massive army, plus a ton of flavor, as we've pretty much discovered in this playthrough, haven't we? Alright, now enough flavor talk. Let's kill people here. Let's destroy these guys. Think I forgot to co-belligerate some. Doesn't matter though, it's okay. Pyotr Rurikovich 666 becomes heir at the age of 15. La 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 la. How do we kill our leader fast? Gotta kill him really quick. Come on, lead my armies and die in battle. I mean, yes, our brave, noble lord of the ages shall be fighting for this country. Boy, we sure melted the city of Meldorf. Holy mother, I never realized the French owned pretty much the entirety of the New World, since Castile is also their little schnappeldupe. So technically, oh okay, never mind. Portugal just went full on bat schnappeldupe crazy on South America over here and the Caribbeans. Interesting picture of the New World. Let's see if our brave trade ships can take on their fleet, which is apparently also mostly trade ships. So I guess it wasn't much of a challenge, was it? We're very close to 1,000 in total income, so we're gonna get that after we get this war finished. We start establishing ourselves in the Lubeck node, and we do a couple more wars here to grab a bigger chunk of the Lubeck node, of course. Oh wow, the Danes give 0 schnaps about the New World. I mean, I'm able to get pretty much all of Finland here without any sort of repercussions. You know what? Hell, man, I'm actually gonna go for this. I'm gonna establish my first colonial world here without having actually been there. Now boys, if you enjoyed this run, leave that like so we can get the final bit of this campaign, and until the next time, check out my Ottoman run over here.